Hey guys, I'm coming on today because I want to show you how to make a couple different things using basically just the first one, which is pom-poms. Right here, these little pom-poms. I'm going to show you how to make them. All you need is yarn and a fork. Not a plastic fork. A plastic fork will break, so you need a metal fork. And then I'm going to show you how to make these cute little beanie hats that you can put on your stuffed animals. You can make small ones and you can make these bigger ones that will fit on your little stuffed animals. Now, you guys can't wear these. You can make bigger ones if you want, but they actually have cardboard in them. So what you need to make these is yarn and toilet paper roll. Or if you don't have toilet paper rolls, you can use any kind of cardboard or manila folder, and you can make your own little loops, because this way, if you use another piece of cardboard or manila folder, you can actually make them bigger than the toilet paper rolls, because these are only a certain size. And that's how I made this bigger one, was using a manila folder, so I could fit it on a little bit bigger of an animal. So stay tuned, I'm going to show you how to make them. Okay, we're going to start by making these little beanie, sorry, not the beanies, these are the little pom-poms. And when I was a little girl, we actually made these and we would tie them on our shoelaces. We thought it was cute, but you can make any kind of decoration. You can tie them together so that you have a bunch of beanies and then hang them like a garland. You can come up with so many different things to do. You can tie them to your pet's collar. Just a couple of ideas. So I'm going to show you how to get started. You need a fork and some scissors and some yarn. That's it. I like these pretty yarns for the pom-poms, the ones that have multiple colors in them, because they make multicolored pom-poms. All right, we start first by cutting a piece of string that is about, I don't know, 6 inches long. So if you don't have a ruler, you can use the tip of your thumb to measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It doesn't have to be exact. So I'm going to cut that piece off. So we have our 6-inch piece, and you're going to take that piece, and your fork has 3 slots. You're going to put that 6-inch piece in the middle slot, just like that, and you're going to hold on to that as you start your weaving. All right, so I have that middle piece in. I'm going to take the end of my string that's still attached to the ball of string, and I'm going to take the end and I'm going to put it in the middle of the fork, right like that. So I'm going to hold all of that with my left hand as I weave. This part of the string that's still attached to the yarn, I'm going to now take it to the right, and I'm going to start weaving in and back, in and out, just in and out, and push it down as I go. In, out, in, out. In, out, in, out. Make sure you keep pushing it down. In, out, in, out. And I'm going to go a little faster just to get it done. The first few times you do it, you'll probably go pretty slowly to make sure you don't skip any of those weaves. Okay, and it will start looking like this, and I want to go all the way to the top. In and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. We keep going all the way to the top. And we're halfway there now. In, out, in, out. Every other one. If you want a little bit less full of a pom-pom, you can stop halfway through, but I think it looks prettier when you go all the way to the top because it's just fuller. Okay, almost there, and then I will show you how we're going to finish it off. Now you can go a little bit farther, but I'm going to stop there and I'm going to cut off my string from the piece that we were working with. Now you're going to go back to the middle and find that 6-inch string you started with. We are going to bring both sides up and we are going to tie it in the middle. So I'm going to tie it right down the middle. Okay, and you want to hold on to those pieces you just tied as you push the string up off of the fork. And then you're going to tie it tight. Tie a knot in it so it will stay or your pieces of string will fall out. I'm going to tie a couple of knots in there. And there you have your little pom-pom. And what you can do is you can go back and you can trim these pieces off. There we go. And if you want these to be longer, you can do a longer than 6-inch string at the beginning. But there you go, there's your pom-pom. And up next is how to make the beanie hats. All right, here we are with our little beanies. We are going to make this smaller one that we use a toilet paper roll to make. So the first step is to cut a little piece off of the end of the toilet paper roll. So then this is the piece that we're going to use. Make it into a circle again. And I went ahead and cut my pieces, some of them ahead of time. You can do that or you can cut one at a time. But basically they're about 12 inches long. You don't want to make them too short. They can be a little bit longer, but you don't want to waste the yarn either. So about 12 inches long, and we're going to fold it in half. So we have this little loop at the top. Make it as even as you can. Now the first step is to take your little circle, and we're going to stick the loop through the circle so it looks like this. Then we're going to take the end of our yarn and stick it through the loop and pull it just like that. Okay, and each yarn piece that we do is going to go through the same side. So I can put that down. I take my next piece of yarn, fold it in half so I have my little loop here. Do the same thing as last time. I'm going to stick it through, then pull the ends through, and we have the start of our beanie hat. I'm going to show you one more, and then I'm going to fast forward to the end to show you how to finish it off. Here's my loop. I stick it, I stick it through this side. Then I bring the end pieces through the loop and I pull. Okay, and there's the beginning, and we have to go all the way around. This is going to take a little longer to finish than the little pom-poms, but I will come back and show you at the end what to do. Okay, so here is what your hat should look like, and as you can see, some of them are longer. That's okay because we're going to cut them off. I'm going to finish it off by putting one last piece. As you can see, there's some in there, some space in there that I need to fill. Stick it through. And pull. Now, before I tie it, I'm going to go through and pull all of these pieces. This should be all down in there. Pull these pieces tight. Okay, now I'm not going to tie it like this. I actually want to now, after it's tight, I'm going to take all of this and push it through the other side. Okay, so I'm going to push it all through the other side like this. And shake it out. See, this is why you need it to be a little longer pieces, because if it's too short, when you push it through, it's not going to be long enough to go all the way through. So here we go. Now we're almost finished. We just need to take another pretty long piece, and we are going to lay it down, put our hat there. We are going to tie it in a knot about like this. Now you can get somebody to hold that down for you so that your knot is nice and tight. I usually tie it about 3 times. Then I'm going to cut that piece off. Okay. Now we're going to trim all of this so it's not too tall, because beanie hats have just a little bit of fluff at the top. Make sure you have some scissors that are nice and sharp. Mine are a little bit dull, so it's taking me a little bit longer to cut through these. There we go. And as you see, these pieces are falling off, and it's making a nice little puff at the top. You don't want to make it too short, because then they might fall back through, and then it will mess up your whole hat. There we go, almost done. Next time I will definitely use my sharper scissors. I think these are the ones we use to cut thin pieces of paper with. So there you go, you can puff it out like that, and you have your little beanie hat. And you can get your little animals, if you have little small ones like this, and they can wear their hats. Just like that. I'd love to see your creations. Please share them in the comments. Have fun making yarn beanies and puff balls.